Welcome, 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 Microsoft 365 Nation. Darn it, it's too early in the morning out here. I don't have my voice yet, but we're with Larry Doyle over in Ireland, one of our contributors and part of our going around the horn each month and checking in. So, Larry, I think since we last talked to you on a personal note, didn't you go on a motorcycle vacation or something? You did something.
I did, yeah. Well, I've been on a couple. I was out in Croatia for a week, and then I was over in Wales last weekend on a motorbike trip again. So, but I had to cut it short a little bit by a day because too much rain. So it just made sense to come home. But lovely and
What do
sunny
you
here in Ireland now.
Yeah, what are you going to do? We resemble the rain remark on occasion out here in Seattle. So, uh, Larry, we're going to kind of shift gears from some prior months' conversations. In this month, I want to talk infrastructure with you, and in a way that our audience can benefit. Infrastructure, on the surface, it sounds like a boring subject, but you've been doing some interesting things out there, and you're working with vendors that might not be is well known to our audience, so Nutanix and so on. So talk to me.
Yeah,
Talk to me about infrastructure. What are you doing, and what is Nutanix, and how does it fit in?
I suppose Nutanix kind of the hyper-converged infrastructure. So basically, when you put together a cluster, you've got servers, servers, compute, RAM, storage, networking, high-speed networking, and to bring it all together, Nutanix have developed their products and there's other vendors as well to put it all into a single pane of glass. So you manage all your VMs, all the backups, all the snapshots, all the storage, all the tiering is done in the background. It's very high performance and extremely scalable. And that's where, like, say for instance, Nutanix came out of the Facebook environment, where they're used to like really large web scale. So
I
you
was
can
gonna
start
say,
off with yeah, and you have some like start off with maybe 3 nodes, and
yep,
then every time you want more compute or more storage, you just plunk in more nodes. Like they're just like 2U boxes that go in. Um, they're they're partnered up with various vendors like so Dell, HP,
yep.
Lenovo. That so you can pick your own flavor, or you can go direct to Nutanix and get their hardware. Um, and then so there's other players out there as well, like HP bought SimpliVity. Um, the scale are probably very suited to the small business market that we're familiar with. Um, and they use like Dell hardware or Lenovo. Um, they've an implementation of KVM, so you don't
Yep.
have to go out there and buy VMware on top of that. So with Nutanix, you can implement Hyper-V, you can implement um, VMware, or you can implement their own version of the KVM, which is called Acropolis, which is free. That comes with the Nutanix box. So you can avoid paying the VMware tax per se, by say going down the route of scale with 3 nodes and some and use their KVM. And KVM I know we talked about open source before. KVM is a pretty rock solid hypervisor. It does everything that VMware and Hyper-V can do. So and it's got that reliability from Red Hat.
Yeah. Interesting. So, in prior episodes of your contributions, we talked about how you were your own MSP, then you got acquired and you're working for a larger MSP. So
Mm.
talk to me about infrastructure in the context of the size of clients. What you're laying down on us today, this isn't Kansas anymore, as they say. This is not small
Yeah,
business, right?
yeah, yeah. Well, that's why I'm saying, like, Nutanix is geared towards enterprise. So it's
Yep.
uh, government bodies, hospitals, banks, um, that kind of infrastructure where you know, they've got maybe a data center full of, or, you know, they might have 10 racks full of old hardware, servers and storage, and they want to consolidate that down to maybe 1 or 2 racks. And that's where Nutanix would come in, like, and allow them to scale and expand at a very rapid rate. You know, it might be a heavy VDI environment, or it could be a heavy web scale environment. And then on the lower end, like where we would have traditionally operated, like in the 50 to 100 user accountancy and legal practices, small manufacturing, mid-sized market. You know, anything that requires like 3 nodes and fast storage, you can put in, say, like now you can go down with a HP SimpliVity and start small. You can start small with Nutanix. Now they brought out a small business offering, and then scale, which is geared totally towards the small to medium sized business.
Interesting.
Just as taking those 3 examples, like, typically the price point of scale will be much, the entry level point of scale will be much lower than, say, Nutanix or SimpliVity.
Hey, question for you, and we'll call it good for this month's contribution. Will you be at Microsoft Inspire about a month from now in Las Vegas, or are you still doing the conference circuit? Or sounds like you enjoy your motorcycle more.
Yeah. As it happens, I think I am going to be away on the motorbike, so I'm not going to make it to Inspire this year. But I would imagine I'd probably get there next year. Like a lot of these events, I found that you have to skip a year in order to get the benefits out of it. You know,
I would agree.
I'm not sure what announcements are going to be made this year that, you know, is a step forward from last year. So I tend to find that if you leave a gap of and go every 2 years, that works. So I'll probably go to the IP Expo in London towards the end of the year, because I missed it last year, and catch up there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you, I hope next year for Inspire, it's not in Las Vegas in July, right? I don't get me going about Las Vegas, and especially in the summer. But you know, Larry, maybe you've been to the ones. They've been in Washington D.C. They've been in some glorious cities, and I hope they return.
Yeah, Boston was good. Back in 06. And I've been to Las Vegas a good many times. I remember my Comdex days there. And I met Bill Gates at the launch of Windows NT5, as it was known then.
Yeah, you got it. You were there, my friend. Well, I'll tell you what, thanks as always for helping out at Microsoft 365 Nation. We're building a community just every day, every way. Jenny in the radio control room, shout out to you. Larry, have a great month. Hey, next time let's get you in motorcycle garb. Let's get the full Larry.
No problem.
Have a great day, folks.
All right. Thanks, Harry. See you later.